Okay, I just started streaming straight away now. I'm a little bit early, my friends. I'm a little bit early because I saw the eaglets all three awake now, and I wanted you to have a direct view. So hopefully everything's going to work now. Not so easy, everything. Yeah, you can see something. Okay, great. This seems to be working. Okay, that seems to be working. That's fine. Okay, so I started the stream early, purposely actually, and then I'm both on Facebook. Osprey Mama, just that you know, I'm both on Facebook and I'm on YouTube. I started deliberately early because A, I was having some technical problems. Everything's fine, but B, these three are just active, and I didn't want you to wait. So, yeah. So I'm just going to try and switch over to YouTube now so I can see where we are. Yes, I can see we're live. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So hi Denise, hi Proudcat, Mama of 3. We are live now. I had to go live because, I mean, they just got some food in a few minutes ago, and I'm also live on Facebook, which is wonderful. It's the first time out in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's not in the middle of nowhere, but it's in the neighborhood where I get cell phone signal. Just a few minutes ago, I didn't have any. I was panicking and said, oh my goodness, no cell phone signal. But, oh wonder, the technology did work. Hey, do leave nice comments, please. I put a lot of work into this, so leave nice comments, give thumbs up, and so on. I'm going to look later also at Facebook. Thank you for all the Facebook friends that we are doing a dual stream here. Isn't that fantastic, a dual stream? So for those of you who don't know where I am, I'm close to the US border. I'm just going to switch I'm quickly just going to switch over. Let me see if I can see all your comments now. I hope so. Let me see. Where are we? Should be able to see that. 1 second. Yes. By the way, Osprey Mama, please just send me a text if things are not going well, because I won't be able to see it. I just hope everything's going smoothly. Okay, I'm going to switch the cameras now. So, for those of you who have not been here before, we are looking here at a very unique opportunity. So this is in British Columbia, very close to the US border actually, south of Vancouver, near Boundary Bay, and we are looking at a nest with 3 eaglets. They are approximately 7 weeks old. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see how far it really is. So you can see it's quite a distance. You need very good equipment, and I'm running this off my car, everything, this live stream, for you to enjoy. So that is approximately what it looks like. And it's really beautiful here. We've got a beautiful afternoon. So I'm going to switch to the other camera again because it's a much better lens. And there you can really appreciate you know, the view. The sun is coming directly from our direction, which is perfect, isn't it? It's perfect. Yeah, I can see your comments now coming in. I'll try and see if I can also see Facebook. I'm seeing at the moment YouTube. I see even Gentleman Ghost there. I see Debbie, Tiger Lily, Bethel, 91, Carrie, Proudcat Mama of 3, Dennis, of course, Osprey Mama, and so on. Very nice to have you all. I'm going to let this run, and I'm going to let you enjoy this marvelous sight. Marvelous, isn't it? It's absolutely marvelous. And in a moment, I'll just show you how I do all this. Actually, it's quite amazing that I can show you this in such high resolution. Those nests are gigantic. Yes, they are, aren't they? Wow, it's amazing, Cherie, isn't it? Yes. It is. So just enjoy yourselves. That's just slightly zoomed out, so I have I have I'm running almost at 1,000 millimeters. Those of you who know something, 1,000 millimeters f, what is that running? Not 5.6, it's f7 or f8. So incredible optics here to make this possible. So I'm running at an 800 millimeter lens and a 1.25 teleconverter on top of it, which is marvelous in order to make this possible. Hi, there's a very nice neighbor looking. Yeah, it's beautiful tonight. Yeah, the neighbors here are very nice. And it's a very good time because we've got low tide. If you want to Google low tide Blaine or low tide or tides, just tides Blaine, White Rock, Boundary Bay, that region, you will see that we are actually at a low right now. And it's perfect because that's feeding time. The supermarkets are open. No mama and papa close at the moment. Yes, but you know what? We're going to let it run. I'm going to let it run for quite some time, and it's very highly likely we're going to see something. Okay, in the meantime, I'm just going to be quiet for a moment, and I'm going to try and see if I can see my Facebook friends too. 1 second.
And she thinks she's very clever and very smooth about it. Pardon me? Yeah, and I mean some of it is.
Very nice. I've got Facebook too. There are 51, 52 people watching. That is wonderful. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook. I can see there. Been live for 11 minutes and 20 seconds now. Okay, I'm going to say quickly hello to all the Facebook people. Maggie Smith, hi on Facebook. Hi Debbie. Hi Carrie Walters. Hi Cheryl Myers. Ria, Tim Phillips, very nice. Pat Davis. Patrice. Louise and Rosemary. Hi, welcome everyone. Isn't this wonderful? What a wonderful view. I'm going to zoom in now more so you can enjoy it. It's very nice in the afternoon because the sun, when it's very hot, causes what you call shimmering. You know these waves that you see on the road? It looks like a Fata Morgana when you drive. Well, that's exactly what happens. And when it cools down, it's much better. And occasionally, we have a car driving by. It's very quiet, this whole neighborhood is absolutely wonderful. And we have this beautiful view into a nest, which I've never been able to show you, not only film it, but actually show this live, which is so magnificent. It's such a rare occasion. It is so rare. Very nice. Laurel, hi too, very nice. It's really going absolutely magnificent. Well, I can see both Facebook working. And Osprey Mama has not signaled me, which means everything seems to be working. If you have questions, yeah, put them in YouTube or Facebook. I think Osprey Mama may even be able to see both of them. If I don't see them, I'll see them later. If you have questions. So what's happening actually here? 1 second, I'm just going to jump back to YouTube now. It's all amazing. This is all off a cell phone, which is so rare. I'm doing this without a computer. Can you believe it? It's completely new technology. That's why it's so exciting. Cherie, thank you very much for the donation. That's appreciated. This will all go towards streaming and streaming and streaming. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Are tides extreme in the bay or just normal? No, they're not that extreme, Gentleman Ghost. So what we have here at the moment, so of course if there's full moon, the tides are more extreme. Everything, of course, the tides are produced by the moon, by the pull of the moon, and depending on its position between the sun and the earth, right? That's how we get the pull, and then we get the tidal the cycles. And at the moment, we have a change. So the low tide at the moment is around 5, but we do get quite extreme tides. If you look at these recent YouTube broadcasts that I've done from the beach, you can see how far the tide goes out. And we have the tide changing. Tomorrow morning, low tide is actually at 7 a.m. I'm going to be probably at the beach at 7 a.m. filming at that time, because it's going to be one of the last opportunities we have where we have so many eagles at the beach. If you have never seen something like that, do tune in. Maybe Osprey Mama can put a link there, if she manages to. Put a link in and just show how incredible that actually is. The stream was called Hundreds of Eagles on the longest day, which of course was the 21st to 22nd, and today we have the 24th, right? So it was absolutely marvelous, and I'm glad the technology is purring away. And a few moments ago I didn't have any cell phone signal, so everything seems to be working very well. So that's wonderful. That's so wonderful. Yeah, I'm going to let you enjoy this. I'm just going to quickly show you what it looks like. Here, 1 second. Let's see if I can get my other... 1 second, I'm going to do this very gently. If I can turn this around. Let me see if I can do this actually. Yeah, sorry, so let's try this. Okay, so I'm switching now to camera 1, which is my video camera and has the zoom capabilities. And I'm just going to swing around so you can see a little bit of the neighborhood here. So you can see I'm on a steep hill here. I got my car parked here. And we are actually looking down here at Boundary Bay. Over there, that's the US. If I zoom in, over there, that's all the US. Mount Baker, you can't see Mount Baker, but that's more to the left. It's just blocked by the house. But we've got beautiful Mount Baker there in Washington State, of course. And over there, that's already all in Blaine. So you can see that now because we have very good light at the moment, so it's perfect. That's all in Blaine. That's where Mark Horner, my friend, goes on holiday. You can't see him at the moment because he's not on holiday, he's actually working. And you can even see the cars on the other side. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. We see this is in the United States, looking at the cars actually. That's how incredible our zoom here is. So anyway, I won't bore you with that. It's just to show you where we are. And if I go around here, that's the huge lens right in front of me. That's the huge lens. That is this monster lens that is looking right into the nest, and that's my equipment there. You can see doing lots of things there. Got 2 monitors. This is monitor 1. That's monitor 2. That's monitor 2 looking in. You've got a bit of reflection. That is a switching device. That's a huge battery running off everything with an inverter. That's on running, and that's the cell phone where I'm reading your comments. Can you believe it? Isn't that amazing? So simple technology without any computer. So I'm reading everything off there, and also I'm getting all the signals from there. So anyway, that's just a quick, that's just so beautiful, this nest. So I'm going to switch back, all 3. They're hungry now, they're hungry. So I'm going to switch back to camera 1 now, which I've just shown you, or camera 2, whatever you want to call it. The big camera anyway. And that gives you a close-up, real close-up. Yeah, Amanda, isn't that quite a setup? It is, it is. That's my geekness, waking up to make years of work to get to this. I know it sounds like nothing, but it is years of thinking and testing and trying. Because I think I have a unique setup that probably hardly anybody in the world has. You know, especially from a wildlife point of view. I think I'm probably the only one doing something like this all on their own. I mean, there are other marvelous channels, as you know, but that's usually a team of people doing that, and I'm probably one of the only ones doing it like this. So, anyway. It doesn't look simple, does it? No, it doesn't. Those babies look very comfortable, they are. And you can see what's interesting about this. I mean, this tree is, Osprey Mama already remarked on that. If you look at the tree, it's right on the top there. You don't usually do that like this, the nest, you know. They usually would look for a little bit of a hidden place. But I guess the view was so irresistible here that they had to construct the nest this way. It's probably season number 2 here, as far as we know. Last year they had 2, and this year they have 3. Last year I didn't have the technology to do this. I've only had this new technology since about 2-3 months in order to show that. So last year I couldn't have shown you that. I could have only shown it to you from the back of my lens. That doesn't look nice, okay? You know where I switched this. Are you about a mile away from the nest? Yes, that's the question. Yes, that's approximately, it's just less than a mile, but it is a crazy distance, yes. I think it's somewhere 0.7, 0.8 miles is my estimate. Yes, it is. So what you're seeing here is quite remarkable. Yeah, thanks for that. So you could hear that sound. That's Osprey Mama giving me kindly some hints what to ask and so on. Yes, people want to know about the contest, of course. Okay, so if you don't know, we have had a contest of names, and there were so many ideas what the 3 names could be, like what could the 3 names be, right? And Osprey Mama has to help me a little bit, but we finally came down to the first 5 choices because YouTube only allows to choose between 5 different names, not more, 5 different options, sorry, I should say. And unfortunately, we could only choose the first 5. That's what we did. We posted them, and there was a lot of voting. And as far as I know, Osprey Mama, you can correct me or anybody else, look at that. Go to the community place of SassePhoto or YouTube, and I think we have a tie, if I remember correctly. We have a tie between 2 names. So what I'm urging you now is to please vote. Please continue voting. And then we finally have some names for these 3, okay? Just continue voting because we're going to see them over the next weeks, quite a lot. So go to the page, to the community page, and have a look there. What is that bird in the background? What background? Oh, you mean with the bird in the background, Susan? What you're trying to tell me a few things. You're putting me on the spot to see if I know my songbirds. The answer is no, and or you're seeing something else in the background that I'm not seeing because I don't have a large monitor to look at. So I don't know. Whatever it is, I do not know the answer. If anybody knows the answer, please say it. Okay, Terry, so that's the answer. That's the answer. We have not... Chickadee, thank you, Amanda. Chickadee, so that is the answer to the question. So obviously Amanda has understood what was meant here. So that's a chickadee, right? Thank you very much. Wonderful. Let me just see what's going on Facebook. How is Facebook going? Let me see. Great view, says Nancy. Mary, Suzanne also is watching. Very nice, Suzanne, that you're watching. Great. Sky, Ocean and River are winning right now. Okay, here we go. So Carrie says Sky, Ocean and River are winning right now. That's great information. Thank you, Carrie, for that information. That is wonderful. So those are beautiful. Sky, Ocean and River, I think, are very suitable. They're very suitable. So if they're winning right now, I think we're going to close the contest fairly soon. And that's great. Yes, I will stay tuned in. Absolutely. Laurel, Susan, Jackie, Ria, Pam, Teresa, Condense, Sue, and so I will definitely, Mohammed, I will definitely stay tuned in for quite some time. My battery is going to last, and I'm going to stream for quite some time, so no worries. And that's also why I started earlier, because it was just such a beautiful evening here. So now at the moment it's a bit quiet. I only see one head, but that has nothing to say. That can change very quickly. Nature's all about having lots of patience, isn't it? I can't tell you how delighted I am that this is actually working. This is phenomenal. I never knew this would work one day because I've had so many hurdles that you've seen. You've patiently followed me for such a long time. And now we're there. Now we're there. And I mean, I think one of the best broadcasts I was able to do was on the beach when we had so many eagles. Oh my goodness. Just when I was swinging my camera from right to left, I think some of you counted 50 and more. And that's only a small section. So the word hundreds of eagles is absolutely justified. It's a very special time here. Jackie says she loves those names. That's good. That's good. Yes, Debbie says, have you heard of the hawklet in California? I have. And I can't say more at the moment, but I may go there. It's not completely clear, but if I do, I'll let you know, okay? Because it's a long way. But yes, I have heard of the hawklet in California. Absolutely, I have. It's absolutely wonderful. Everybody, you're so welcome, and I'm glad it's working. So anyway, what was it? Sky, River, and... Oh, God, I forgot. I forgot the three names. I have to think now. Let me just look again. I just had them. An ocean, right? It was ocean, right? Yes. Gentleman Ghost wants to know if you're in the White Rock area. The answer is yes, Gentleman Ghost, I am. Absolutely correct, yes. So that is completely correct, I am. Seems more and more eagles are becoming urbanized. Yes, that is a very good observation. In fact, what is so surprising is they used to have a long distance between them, but now it's less than half a mile sometimes. 1 second, I'm just seeing what Osprey Mama says here. 1 second. I did post the link to our community page and also the link to the video. Thank you very much, Osprey Mama. So the link to the community page is there, and I've seen that some people on Facebook, I think Carrie on Facebook has already discovered it. So Carrie, if you're so kind and could put that into Facebook too, just the link so people can vote. And Kay says, patience is so true, watching the eagles, eaglets, and waiting to see what they do next. Isn't that wonderful? That's what we're here for. And as you can see, the view is incredible at the moment. So now we're zooming in again. We're zooming right in. Hello from Canada, another Canadian. Yes, we are on the Canadian side. So, Alan, we are on the Canadian side. We'll do, okay, Carrie's going to do that. That is fine. Very nice. You know, it's so funny with all the delay, because if I read something that you wrote, I read that 30 seconds later. Then I announce it, and that takes another 30 seconds or 40 seconds. And then you answer, and by that time, 2-3 minutes have passed. Isn't that funny? Ah, Glacier Bay. That reminds me of Bernie Krause, who's had these beautiful wolves, whales, and eagles from Glacier Bay. Oh, what a recording that is. We'll talk about Bernie Krause. I have had the privilege to interview him together with David Hancock. At the moment, I have so much to show that I'm going to show when I don't have so much to show. Well, there'll be long months of that too. But at the moment, I just want to be outside. So Bernie's interview is going to be, I'm going to prepare that one day, and you're going to be delighted. What a conversation that was. Are the parents near the nest? I don't know. I can't see them. Well, let's take a look, okay? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So I'm going to switch over to the other camera now. And that is more the wide view. Now the parents could be on the other side, right? So it could be obscured by the tree, because they can't sit on the other side. Usually they sit right on top, so to the left of the nest. But at the moment I do not see them. But I did hear them when, they come in very quickly and they go. So they come and go, and it can happen so quickly, and it's usually the moment I pack up my camera, everything happens. They synchronize it beautifully. Yeah, and thanks for thumbs up. Thank you very much. If you just give us thumbs up. That matters a lot, and I can see many are doing that on Facebook too. So thank you very much for doing that. It's so nice to switch back between Facebook, and I'm looking at Facebook again. The eaglet standing is huge. Maybe the first hatch. Yes. Tina is also watching. Hi, Tina. That is my wonderful eagle friend who knows more about the eagles here in the region than anybody else does. Hi Tina, very nice to see you here. Isn't that wonderful? Even Tina is there. I was just talking to Tina recently about the eagles here. So yes, they are still probably around 7 weeks. They still have a few weeks till fledging. Yeah, I was just scanning to see if I can see the parents, but I don't. I don't see the parents. I don't actually see the parents at the moment. Hi Tina, very nice to see you. Very nice. The temperature is very cool at the moment. It's not hot at all. It's nothing like Florida or so, California. I would think in terms of, yeah, let me look that up. 20, that's about 75, 70, 75. I'll just step in front of the camera quickly. Hang on, let me try and do this. 1 second. See if I can do this actually. Like that. And then I'll switch the camera. Okay, let's just do that quickly. So you can see that that's not so good at the moment because anyway, you can see because I'm a little bit in the shade. I should go like that. Then you can at least see me. You can at least see me a little bit. But it's it's a beautiful day here. I'm reading all your comments just off a cell phone. Isn't it amazing? I can see the Facebook comments and the YouTube comments. It's very cool here. So temperature is very moderate at the moment. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be a better day for broadcasting. So it's really beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I am sort of near the border to the US at the moment. Let me just see if this is all working. Yeah, it is. It is. Yes. So I'm close to the border to the US. In fact, what you see behind me, that's the US there. That is Mount Baker is this way. We can't see Mount Baker because there's a house blocking it. But it really is absolutely magnificent. Yeah, 65 degrees across the bay. That is right. That is right. That is exactly right. So hang on, I'm just going to go away again. Yeah, it's very beautiful. It is very beautiful. Thank you, Osprey Mama. Thanks for the donation. That is very kind. All these donations are very appreciated because they are all going to go directly. They are all going directly into the funds in order to give more and more live streams like this. No, the cell phone is not controlling everything at all. The cell phone is doing absolutely nothing. All the cell phone is doing, really, is just allowing me to read the comments and acting as a hotspot. If you know what a hotspot is, it's just a spot where you can well, you can share, and it is taking the data stream from there. So the cell phone is acting actually as a transmitter and a receiver, but nothing else. Nothing else. And I'm reading your comments off there. And the rest is just single units. I have an encoder that encodes it for the air and is transmitting through the cell phone. Really, it's quite amazing technology here. So that means, yes, exactly. Mark is saying the cell phone does not control it. It controls very little, actually, very little. I can start live streams from here, but that's all about it. The advantage of having these distributed single units that I'm using now is that you don't have a computer that is completely overheating because it's doing everything. In fact, the cell phone is doing almost nothing, which is quite good. And because it's doing so little, everything's working so well. That's the whole art of doing broadcasts out in nature. I used to carry a whole PC tower with me in order to make that possible, and that poor thing was completely overheating. And now it's become so simple. I can run 2 cameras, give you much better quality than I ever gave you before, and it's quite remarkable. Yes, yeah, that's completely correct. So the data stream comes from live view. Absolutely. Klingon Warbird, you understand the technology. It's completely correct. That is completely correct. That's the solo live view. That is completely correct. That is what you call the encoder, and that is taking the 2 signals in from my cameras and transmitting them and putting them into a signal that you can then enjoy my stream with. That is completely correct. That is exactly how it works. Very good. Very good. Well, good comment. Yeah, that's a beautiful one. He's standing up right there. Well, you can see how good the light is now. I mean, this is almost a mile, right? And we have this incredible resolution here. It's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And thanks for the donations. That's very appreciated. Some more questions coming in. Oh, the parents near the nest, we had that, right? No, that was it at the moment. That was it. Let's see what's going on Facebook. This is so nice. Nice haircut, Christian. Oh my goodness, my haircut. Yes. Well, I won't tell you I won't tell you. I feel too shy to tell you about my haircut. I usually have my hair done in 5 minutes every 2 months. But my wife on Saturday took me along to a hairdresser because she was having her roots done, whatever that means. I have no idea. But all you ladies will understand this. She was having her roots done. I don't know what it is, calling the roots done. I've never heard of such a thing, but anyway, that's what she did. And I sat there and then I said, okay, well, can I also have a haircut? And my goodness, instead of spending 5 minutes on me, he spent a long time giving me this beautiful haircut. And my wife showed him the picture of George Clooney, believe it or not. That's why I don't want to tell you this story. I feel embarrassed about it. Okay, end of the story about my haircut. Yeah, the chickadee is making lots of sounds, isn't it? It's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, I can see that now. Thank you, Mark, for explaining everything so nicely here. That's very nice. Yeah, Mark is explaining everything very nicely. It's good. Yeah, Mark and I have long technical discussions, and this is a result of all our long discussions. Ah, come on, Osprey Mama, shush. Yeah, that's a funny story, isn't it? Well, we'll just wait a bit because, I mean, this is going so well. Oh, the question was, how long was the drive to the nest? Well, let me answer it like this. If you like, if some of you have patience, I can when I pack up my gear, I can run a live stream from the car. I won't talk, but I will just show you how beautiful the drive is. We're going to drive right past the nest. And I think Gentleman Ghost was asking what the city and so looks like. So we can actually have a look at that, if you have the patience. If not, we can do this another time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be today because it may get late, right? But the answer is I'll show you that. And depending on the traffic, I drive about 20-25 minutes to the nest. So it's not bad. It's not bad. And it's a very pleasant drive, and I wanted to show you how beautiful the neighborhood here is. Ah, there comes a wing. I'm just brightening it up a little bit because they're so dark. I'm just brightening it up a little bit for you. So slightly overexposing so that you can see them better. But I just saw a flap. It's so funny when it happens. Okay, if you would love to see the drive stream, so I can do that after this. You know, I can easily do that. So after the stream, what I'll do is, but I can only do this on YouTube. I can't do it on Facebook, unfortunately, because I can't dual stream. Yes, Osprey Mom was just saying, viewers are saying they would love to see the drive. Okay, you know what? I'll do it now. I mean now, meaning in about 15 minutes when we pack up. So just hang on, and then I will just go live on my channel. I can only do it on YouTube. I can't do it on Facebook, unfortunately, my friends, because I can't control these things in the car. It's also too dangerous. So what I can do is I'll put the phone in front of the screen. I don't know if you're going to hear me at all. I'm just going to make sure my phone is charged. 1 second. Yeah, so I'm charging my phone now, just making sure I have enough power when I drive. And then I won't read your comments either, but I'll just drive. Okay, I'll talk and drive because I want to be safe, right? That's the main thing. It's okay if I stream and you can watch. I think that's considered safe, but reading comments is not a safe thing. That's what I'm doing now. I'm sure you understand that. Yeah, Gentleman Ghost, the geography here is really interesting. I mean of course the biology is quite incredible because we have these very fertile intertidal zones. I mean, David Hancock often speaks about them. And then of course you have these very high mountains. If you go north, in the direction of north towards Vancouver, of course, you go straight into the Rockies. And here along the Washington coast, of course, you have all these high mountains, Mount Baker, and you go further down. Some volcanoes too. I mean, they were active. What was it, Gentleman Ghost, in 1980? I mean, Mark would know when that one mountain was active. Not too far from Seattle, 1980 something, right? I don't have it in my head, but I'm sure my American friends can help me here. But yes, it's from the geography. It's very interesting. It's actually really beautiful here. I'm just going to scan the area a little bit so you can see what it looks like. By the way, Mark, I've got the polarizer on. It's very useful. We usually have a squirrel running across here, but not at the moment. Yeah, and if I went through that house, you would see Mount Baker. In fact, if I went through in the middle here, you should be able to see Mount Baker, but I think the camera won't know what to focus on, but in the back there, that would be Mount Baker, looking right through there. It's a little bit cloudy there at the moment, but that's usually where Mount Baker is. And the nest is quite right here. Yes, Mount St. Helens. Thank you, Mark. Mount St. Helens, of course. It's really so beautiful here. It's very quiet at the moment at the nest. I think they're all very well fed with midshipmen, and yeah, it's just a very peaceful evening. I think sunset is, oh my goodness, we've got a long time till sunset. Well, you know what, if not much happens, what I can do, for those of you, especially on the East Coast where it gets really late, in case I know if you have to work tomorrow, you'll probably be watching part of this in, in replay. But what I can do is I can pack up then and I can just show you the area on my phone. As I said, I can't talk, but I can just live stream it, and just, you'll suddenly see SassePhoto live popping up. There's no stream name for it, and yeah, we'll be live. And I can show you the beautiful area. I think that's maybe good. If the little ones decide not to dance or do something crazy now. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is we'll do the drive during the daytime. You know what? I think I read Osprey Mama's, I read her comment, and I think it's better to do it during the daytime, which is very easy. So I'll announce it, and then we'll just go live, right? I'll announce it, and we can do it on a Saturday, which is much better, on a Friday, and the summer is quite long, so it's very easy to do this.
Shitty water? No,
You got a good view going there?
Yes, I do.
What are you photographing?
photographing?
No, I'm doing a live stream. We're live on YouTube at the moment.
Oh.
We're looking at the nest there.
Sorry.
Oh,
That's okay.
Yeah.
There's an eagle nest. You can see.
Yeah,
it's
we
great.
live right across from
Oh, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm showing.
Oh, cool. So from here you can get a good view of it,
A
huh?
very good view. Very good. Look at the back here.
Tom, you have to go around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
got
better
it.
like that. Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I saw you here the other night too.
Oh yeah, we see him from our house. We're right across the street.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's very
Are
nice.
they in there?
Oh yeah, there's one at the moment. You can see this one. There's
Oh yeah, there he
second
is. Yeah.
Oh wow.
one. I can zoom right in.
How do you manage from here to get such a good?
With very good optics.
Oh, because you're just that much higher than us.
Yeah, no, but the lens is just superb. That's why.
Yeah.
Otherwise
Well, I'm just thinking the angle because
The angle, yeah.
we're close, but
We're
we
close.
can't get.
Yeah, the tree's ahead of us. That's why, Tom. Yeah, we can't see it. He's in
Oh,
behind the
that's
tree.
super cool.
I can scan the whole nest.
Yeah.
Go up and down.
How many babies do they have
Three,
this year?
three.
Oh, three this year.
Yeah, that's why it's so interesting. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
They only had 2 last year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think last year was the first year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, the year
No.
before they had them
Ah,
too.
so it's two. Thank you. So this is the third season,
At least, yeah.
at least. Yeah.
The third that we know of.
Oh, good, good. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. So they're all listening,
Wow,
and they
look
know.
at that.
They know because I said there were 2, but actually there were 3 then. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we can see them as they sit on the edge and try
Right.
to
There they are
find a
there,
fly
too.
and-
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Cool.
Wow, that's
Thanks.
awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us see
Oh,
that.
you're welcome. Yeah, and you just heard, so this is the 3rd season. I didn't know that. I thought it was the 2nd, but apparently it's the 3rd season. So that's great. So it's the 3rd season already where they are in this tree. So wonderful. Good. Well, these updates are wonderful, especially when they're live. That's what makes this so special. Yes, I can do that. I can do that. Yes. About yeah, because I mean sometimes people are a little bit shocked when they hear, "Oh, I'm live" and so on, but they weren't shy. They were fine. I think this is not something people are used to. That you can nowadays take things out of the trunk of your car, set it up, and start broadcasting. That is something very unusual. So I think it's the best thing ever. I'm hoping that Mama or Papa will come in, but at the moment there's not much. Ah, so Linda says, love the area. We vacationed the bay, across the bay at Semiamo. That's great, yes. And yes, the eagles have a great view. That's absolutely right. Mom, Dad, we want to see you. Ah, you know what? I'll keep on streaming. You can hold your breath. Get wherever you are. If it's very warm, get a nice cool drink. If it's very cold, get a hot drink. Whatever pleases you. And Nest not best. Yes. You know what is so funny with the spell checker? It happens to me the whole time. As soon as I type in nest, it always says best. It irritates me because the word nest hardly appears in the English language, doesn't it? So I'm always corrected, and it's so stupid all the time. I have to say, I mean nest, not best. And it happens to you also. So I can see that. This auto-correction tool is a blessing, but also a curse. Oh, Cheryl, the cars are not a problem. I'll show you why. Okay, let me just show you the neighborhood here. 1 second. So it only sounds loud in the loudspeaker, but you can see there's a corner here. There's a very sharp corner, right? There's a very sharp corner here, okay? And that's where the cars come around, and they drive very slow here, right? And then if you go up, I'm just going to put the camera up here. They don't drive fast, and I'm hidden here actually behind the car. You can see that. So it's not dangerous. It really isn't. It's not dangerous at all. It's fine. So we'll just wait, you know, it's fine. We'll just wait and wait and wait, and they'll come. The parents will come, for sure. Oh, you can hear the train coming now. For those of you who've seen my last live stream on the beach, you can see I was quite close to the tracks. I won't do that anymore, but you've got a very good view from there. So the next one is going to be off the beach. Tomorrow morning I will be very early on the beach at 7 a.m. because the tide is coming, is way out then. So I don't know, I might do a live stream then, I'll see. And yeah, that would just be great. Phenomenal lens, isn't it, Pat? It is a phenomenal lens. Yeah, it's a sharp curve and they don't drive fast. They're very careful, so it's no danger. Kit has just arrived. That is wonderful. Hi, Kit. Playing golf again. That's why she's so fit. Hi. Yeah, very nice to have Kit here. Good night, Dolly Queen. I'm still going to broadcast for a bit because it's going so well, and it would be a pity to interrupt this. In Reno. Reno must be warm, Kit. That must be very warm. Lori, hi on Facebook. Where is this nest? Okay, so it's close to the US border. In fact, you're looking on the other side at the US. And so it's in south of Vancouver. It's maybe about 5 minutes away from the Blaine border. Christian, you should come to Arizona in March. I'll show you around the nests here. Yes, and wouldn't it be, Michelle, wouldn't it be wonderful to do that? I've not seen any eagles in Arizona. I didn't even know they existed there, but of course they do. And March, I think, is quite bearable in Arizona before it gets incredibly hot. That would be a great idea. Absolutely. Okay, so on Facebook, nobody could find that way to vote. So the idea is, Osprey Mama has posted a link there, and on that link you can go there, and it's on YouTube, and you can vote. All you need is a YouTube account. Unfortunately, it's just the way things are, right? You can't vote anonymous. You vote anonymous. Doesn't matter what you say, but you have to vote with a YouTube name. That's the only thing. Very easy to get. If you've got a Google account, you can get a YouTube account, etc., etc. So that's the only thing. Well, we just have to wait patiently. It's always so funny with the live streams, isn't it? Can you actually spot all three? I think you can see two, but not all three at the moment, right? So that is the voting of the what? Oh, there we go. I see something. I usually look with my eyes. I see something going on. Oh, but that's still the same bird. Sorry, that's still the same bird. And let me just show you a little bit more of the street. I'm just going to take the one camera away here, because whilst the other camera is showing that, I might as well pull this out a little bit. One day I'm going to have no cables, which is so much nicer. 1 second. I can't wait for that day. Maybe that day will arrive in about 2 weeks' time, where I can get rid of these horrible cables, which I hate. Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to adjust some things here. I'll be back live again. I mean live, I'll switch the camera. I just wanted to show you something. Oh, in fact, I didn't even see that. I actually am at the moment. Hang on. What's going on here? Am I still live? I hope so. Yes, I am. Sorry, I am actually. It's all good. It's all good. So what I wanted to show you is just my setup quickly. So that's much easier to show. So you can see this is what it looks like. So that's the street. That's the other side of the street. So you can see it's fairly steep here. And if I swing around, much better to see it this way. You can see that's where the cars come around. The nest is in that direction. Okay, that's the nest. And that's the equipment in my car. So that's the big lens. There you go. That's the big one that looks right into the nest. That there is a big switch, by the way, for those. I switched from camera 1 to camera 2. This is camera 1 at the moment. That's why this is in red. You can see camera 1 is red, camera 2 is green, and I switch between one camera and the other. And that's the second monitor where I see it live, and that's the first monitor over there. You can't see at the moment, but that's where I can see what's going on, right? That's a huge battery with an inverter, and that's it. And the most important was, where was the yeah, this is the live view. That's a live view solo right there, and it's showing that I'm transmitting at the moment. You can see that it's going in blue. I'm actually transmitting, so it shows me that everything's live. And that's the whole setup, right? That's the whole setup. And I can pack this up in about 5 to 10 minutes. I got cables here. Those are long cables. And that's a long cable there that goes all the way. You can see that that's not very nice. I don't like long cables, but there's a way around that. And yeah, that's the whole setup. And what I would like to do is get rid of this cable so I can just walk around in the street and show you everything. And we'll get there. We will get there. It's quite amazing. We will actually get there. So I'll just swing back to the nest now. Oh, there's a car coming. I better get out of the way. Oops. Okay. You see, and then I press button number 2, and then you have a view directly into the nest again. That's the whole trick of everything. That's how I do it. Now you know. Okay. Gentleman Ghost is asking about where I get the power from. Gentleman Ghost, what I do is I charge the battery at night, because it happened to me a few years ago. It's good you bring that up. But a few years ago, I was out in Harrison Mills. I think Mark remembers that. And I did exactly the mistake. I parked the car and took the power off the battery, and my goodness, I couldn't start the car anymore. I was far out, and Mark actually helped me phone someone, and they knew where I was, and they picked me up, and that was David Hancock. They recharged the battery. I will not make that mistake again. So now this is a battery, Gentleman Ghost, with a huge capacity. I charge it at night. All I have to do is get a cable into the car. Very simple. I charge it. It's full in the morning, and it has several hours of power. It's absolutely a magnificent solution. And I won't get stuck here that way. Makes sense, right? We all learn. Yes, I just saw that comment on the car battery. I just answered it. Yes. Jolie is asking, can I vote more than once? I honestly don't know. You can try. Maybe it's possible. Try. I don't know. I don't mind if you vote more than once. I don't care. If you want to vote 10 times, give it a try. Maybe it works. Just looking at Facebook now. Oh, yeah. Baps. Yeah, I think sound should be back now. So what happened is I run the cameras of independent batteries because they last for a long time. It just gives too many cables, and yeah, I just had to change the one battery, but it should all be good again. Yes, sound is back. That's no problem. You see, because the live stream is not interrupted, so it doesn't matter. That's why I don't. It's not what I call critical power, because I can always run off the other camera. And if the other camera, I need to change the battery, I can switch to this camera. I'm taking sound only. I'm taking audio only from one camera. That's all. Okay, let's see what's going on. Oh yes, you can definitely see three of them now. Hi, Kathy Hart is also there. Welcome, Kathy. Yes, you would think they would do a little bit of a dance, but they are really lazy today. You know, they're very lazy. It's just funny. It's so funny. I bet you they were thinking of this the whole day. But it doesn't matter. They'll get much more active. They will. You know, as the weeks go by, we'll see a lot of action there. Okay, so Osprey Mama says you can only vote once. I see. Okay. Linda, nice to see you on Facebook. Very nice you're there. You love it, huh? Oh my God, I can't believe how far away. Yes, that's right, with the big lens. Absolutely, it's very far away. Remember the year 2012? I absolutely remember that. Linda, you're very welcome. That's very nice. Thanks for that comment. Very nice. Well, at least you have two now. It's getting a little bit of action. So funny. No, Patrice, they don't budge. They just sleep and sleep. Educated Panda, what a nice name. Yes, Educated Panda. This is a lovely live stream, isn't it? It's so unique. It is, and it took years to get there. Now we are there, and I can present it. Isn't this wonderful? Did Christian drive by the nest from last year yet? You mean this nest? No, I didn't. Last year I didn't even have this equipment. You know. So if that's the way you pose the question, if that's the question that I surely know, the answer is this is the first time, and I've only had this new technology since, oh gosh, when I went to Japan. I started building this up in February, and I've only been using this very recently, very recent. So this is about a month old, and to get it working, I think it's been about 1 or 2 weeks. So it's very new, everything, very new. There's not a lot of room. You know, Amanda, you're absolutely right. David Hancock was remarking on that. That's going to be interesting when they start really competing. Is one going to be kicked out? We hope not. But you're absolutely right. Yeah, I know Mark is watching on his big Apple TV. Mark, how is the transmission? Is it good?
Because in chapel, he was trying to impress Casey. He was like, Casey, I can make everybody clap. Since we were sitting right behind him, and he was like, I'm going to clap.
I hope the quality is good. It should be.
He's trying to make everybody start clapping, so start clapping really loud.
Now I wonder when the battery is going to go flat off my big lens. If that happens again, don't worry. I'll exchange that battery too. Everything's fine. We'll manage everything here. It's fantastic, Mark. That is good. That is good to know. That is very nice. That's just remarkable. I think this is the longest broadcast I've ever done. I think Mark says fantastic. Yes, I see that. So I think this is the longest. It's more than an hour now, and I'm really testing the equipment. The most important is that the encoder is directly connected to the battery. Otherwise, that would be a killer if that would work. My cameras can go off. It doesn't matter. I can change the batteries. But the encoder is not allowed to drop. And that's why it's right next, why it's fed directly from the big battery. That's why. Yes, and thanks for the thumbs up. Please give lots of thumbs up, both on Facebook and on YouTube. That is so nice. They have a hard time winger sizing. That is right. I hope everything will be okay, Amanda. Yes. Well, I'll come to the rescue. Yes, that's completely correct. This will be Owl's territory. That's completely correct. Yeah, come and visit us sometime, Amanda, whoever wants to. That's right. Wants to know, do you know the size of the nest? I don't exactly know, and I'm not good at estimating it. I would have to get David Hancock to estimate the size of the nest. And you know what? I'm going to ask him. I'll ask him. I speak to him so often. And I'll just ask him. He's very good at estimating sizes of nests. But I think Amanda is right. It's not a big nest at all. I think it's a rather small nest. Yeah, that's maybe going a little bit too far with the zoom, but you can see this beautiful holiday place that's in Blaine. We're looking right into Blaine, Washington there. It's just beautifully lit by the sunset now. I'm sure Mark or whoever is there will recognize it. Very small compared to Florida. Yes, I believe that. I do believe that's correct. Yes, the nest size. Yes, I've been there. That's the other side. That's in the U.S. we're looking at. That's way beyond the nest, by the way. Now, if I see correctly, you should be able to see all three, right? Thanks, Osprey Mama, for answering all the questions. I can see you're very busy. Really great help. Yeah, by the way, Mark, I can't wait when I get rid of this long cable. I can walk and actually show you Mount Baker, because I can walk with the with the camera on a gimbal. Actually, it'll be fantastic. That'll give me an incredible degree of freedom, because the big lens, of course, will stay on cable, but the other one will give us lots of. Amanda says, "Can you zoom out a bit?" Yes, I can. So that's as much as I can zoom out with my large lens, and if you want me to zoom out on the other one. But yeah, I'll leave it a bit like this now. And I mean, as soon as they're action, I'll zoom in again. Oh, David Hancock. Yes, I think David Hancock is having a Fledge Fest, but it's only in August, if I understand correctly. So that's correct. Yes, he is. He is. I hope to see you there. Mid-August, I think, is his Fledge Fest. Jolie wants to know how David Hancock is. Yeah, David Hancock is fine. Well, he's got some problems with his knee. I mean, man's 81 now. I think he's scheduled for a knee operation, as far as I know. And that's also why the Fledge Fest has been scheduled mid-August. He's remarkably well. I just don't know how he does it. Do eagles sleep perched when they are adults, or do the adults lay down too? In general, they don't lie down, only in the nest, but they do perch at night. We've seen that. Yes, we have seen that. They just perch. That's exactly what they can do. I mean, we can't imagine that, but that's what they do. They keep perched. We've seen it many times in storms, that they, in a storm, they would hide in a tree and stay there. Yes, Mark, that would be wonderful. I see your comment. Yeah, if you want to know more about the Fledge Fest, I just see Amanda's comment. I can find out exactly when it is. But that would be wonderful to have lots of people at the Fledge Fest, really. It's a great time, but it's not the greatest time to see eagles. Of course, mid-August, it's absolutely, I mean, they've all gone to Alaska, right? And they come back beginning of October usually. Late September, beginning of October, they come back here. And then, of course, it gets very busy when, oh gosh, I'm just looking what's in the water there. Hang on. Let's just zoom. Oh, there's some action going on. Wait a second. Well, there you go. At least there's something. Okay, now I'm getting a signal. I'm just going to show you a final scene here. 1 second. I'm going back to the other camera because I just wanted to show you what a nice time people are having here. That's way past the nest on the Canadian side. And going to zoom out again. I just change. Let's get this up a little bit like that. There we go. That's nice. Good. Good. I'm just switch over. Okay. So, anyway, my friends, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a day now because I'm just getting a signal now from my provider saying, hey, guy, you're reaching the data limit, which is fine, but I need to top that up again. Otherwise, they cut me off. So, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was absolutely fantastic. I think it was the longest stream ever. And it all worked. And I was both on Facebook and also on YouTube. So it's quite incredible. I want to say thank you very much for being there. Do give thumbs up. Thumbs up mean a lot. Thank you for all the donations. And thank you for your time. It's been absolutely fantastic. Do you get orcas in the area? Yes, we do. Not in this area. We had a big whale in this, but not orcas. But orcas we get as you go to Vancouver Island. That's the answer, okay? So we do have that. And maybe one day I can broadcast orcas live. That's not impossible, by the way. Nothing is impossible. Nothing's impossible now. And if I can make it happen, I promise you, I will. Okay? I promise you, I will make it happen. If there's any way to show you orcas live, I will do it. Okay, so that's the final answer. So I will let you look a little bit still at the area, and then I'm going to just switch off the streams from here. And I wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you for being with me, and I'll hope to see you soon again. As soon as there's something going on, I will be live again. Thanks again, and give thumbs up, please, and have a wonderful, wonderful time. Thank you. So I'll just switch over, and then we'll call it a day. Okay.